I got sad. So we'll do it now. Why the heck not?
Don't forget to ping the Discord so people know you're live.
It does it automatically. It's just
Does it?
slightly delayed sometimes. Sometimes she's slightly delayed.
Weird.
But that's okay.
Required Overwatch server update.
Oh, fucking A. Katrina, hello, welcome in. I know, it's just a random stream, but we're going in. And it's not cozy like my normal streams, so you know. Hi CJ, welcome in. Hello. Oh my god, you have an espresso today. Sounds delicious. Oh my lord, I need to leave this game actually. Let's catch up. Katrina, you have an espresso. Remember, don't drink it all at once. I don't give any more out. And you have 8 happy flaps, Katrina. That's so cool. We have a new stream pet. I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, he will interact with you in chat, so you know. He's a vibe. He's cute, I think. You can feed him and stuff with your channel points. I'm good, CJ. We're doing tank only. I'm practicing tank. My coach is Chris. So,
Not very good.
oh, shut up. We're going in. And we're going in hard. Oh my god. You're giving Nyrex a treat. Thank you so much. He appreciates it. I do need a coach, honestly. So if he doesn't react, Katrina, it's because I'm still trying to set him up. Sometimes he's a bit of a... I don't know what's going on with him. Let's go midtown. I do. I need coach. I'm practicing other tanks. You have a salted caramel latte? That sounds so good. I've been wanting an iced caramel latte for so long.
I have regular hazelnut coffee.
Hazelnut? I've never tried hazelnut. Let's see what the team goes. And 3 happy flaps. Thank you, CJ. Why? What's wrong? Oh, there you go. He's talking to you. Oh my lord. I think if you do exclamation point and I think his name and put a message after it, he will talk to you in chat. Will Ram be good for this? I don't know.
Ram should be fine. Genji's gonna kinda do his own thing. Bear's gonna poke from range. You're gonna punch him in the face.
Okay. We punch. We vibe. We have a good time.
Yeah,
oh my god. He needs to go higher.
Bear's gonna carry in her bunny
little
outfit.
Nerd. A little bunny. Our little dragon friend. Oh, I fucking hate this map. Who voted this map? I can tell you it was not me. Oh, Ryan. I don't know if that's good or bad for me.
Really good for you. As much as I counter to Ram.
Alright. Are we going straight to point?
Kind of we can, yeah.
Okay, we'll go left side.
Let's trade 1-1.
Come on, bitch. Swing your hammer. Swing your hammer. He is so fucking low. Can we push up a little bit to this corner? I think think one's above.
Behind you. Sierra behind you. Left side more. Okay. I'm playing between you and Juno.
I can come back a bit, it's fine. I'm not sure what this Rhine is doing. If I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna go forward. Oh, okay.
Front, yeah. Behind us. There behind. I'm with Juno to fight her.
I'm running! Hydrate you, Grandma. Thank you so much. I will take a drink after this game. Oh shit.
Got 2. We're down 2 right now.
CJ on a 7-stream streak. Let's go. Oh, he's going around. Come on, bitch.
Ash on back left. She might Robert here.
Come on,
Bonking down.
fucking all. Let's go. Oh! Drink. Thank you, CJ. Slay. Thank you. Hydrate. Thank you. I'm trying.
We will be the lightning that rises the storm.
Maybe I need to,
You've been with Overwatch a long time. Any advice for a new recruit?
Never lose sight of
Okay, I
your
verified the
teammates.
rewards.
You're the last person I expect to hear
Success.
that
We'll
from.
see, we'll
It is
see.
important to learn from our mistakes.
Let's see if he works now. I'm not sure if he will. He's a bit of a nerd.
Know you.
I wasn't even talking about you. That was personal.
Reaper on Sierra back row. Is it Moira chasing your sports?
He's so fucking low.
Here's one.
Nice. Hello, Millie. Welcome on in. We're playing a bit of a different game today. Not as cozy. Maybe rage-inducing. I never know what abilities to check with him.
From what I'm hearing, big shield. Void accelerator? It's like extra damage when you use your primary fire.
I hope I just clicked the right one.
Reaper left.
Okay.
He's still left.
Fuck off, bitch.
Might give this one to Genji if he has bleed.
Yeah, that's fine.
God, I barely saved Genji there.
I have all.
Juno, all plus yours.
bitch.
Spawn doors, ultimate disrespect. I appreciate it.
Gotta do it. It's usually your thing to do. Let's go. Hello, Millie. Welcome in. Sorry, I was a bit in the game there. You're feeling sleepy. Oh, I hope you can fall asleep. Welcome in, Kay. Stream streak. Let's go. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, obviously I'm gonna vote for myself, even though that's for like squares still.
That's real nice of you.
I'm good, Kay. How are you? How are you doing? Why are people so fucking salty?
Oh no, they're talking shit about the enemy Moira.
Oh, that's fine then. I always talk shit about fucking Moira.
Yeah. Because the Moira had 2k healing in a 6-minute match.
I need them to release another sexy skin for Mercy.
But she has like so many already.
It's never enough for me.
Valid. But what we really need
And Domino.
is
We need more
legendary skins.
Domino.
We need all the Domino. But
Yeah.
at the same time, Jetpack Cat.
Oh yeah. We need some cute jetpack cat skins.
Just let me upload a picture of my cat, make it into a skin. I will one trick Jetpack Cat all the way to bronze. I don't care.
Yeah, let's go. How's the tank grind? I mean, we've only just begun, but you know. Who should I go with this comp? They dive again, right?
They're very divey, yeah. So, Diva works. Winton could work.
You've seen my Winston. I can try Winston,
That's up to you.
but we both know I always face plant the wall.
Time to save the world.
Thank you, Kay. I try. I'm trying to broaden being tank because everyone is either support or DPS in the group, right, Chris?
Pretty much. Austin says he's gonna be a tank main, plays 2 games, plays DPS.
Very happy,
2
Fox
and
Millie.
9.
Nice.
I'm gonna be a little on the slower side because I gotta stay with Lana.
Oh, they have a diva too. Okay. They're going straight over here. I was coming to help Annan, but you know. I'm going for their sports. Fury is a fucking nightmare.
I just get over by the
Soldier
my
guy.
Ana kind of abandoned me.
Yeah, I was trying to come to you.
No, Ana was next to me and I had to move a little bit. And
Where is this bitch?
there's one on point if somebody can touch.
Ah, I was too late. Sorry, I didn't even know he was there. Oh my god, Diva just threw herself off the map.
No, I threw Steve off the map.
Look at you.
Break.
Hello, Bully. Welcome in. Make sure you say hello to our wonderful new chat thing that I'm still trying to work out. He's not reacting to treats. You can play games with him as well. Oh my Nope, nope. I have to figure him out a little.
It's not on the mic. No, it's not on point anymore. Smile. Dead. I do a jump grab on me.
Fucking jump. Where is this bitch? This should be safe. This should be safe. Suck a dick, bitch.
So tired already, man. Wild. My head somewhere. You're alone on the lane. On edge looking at you though. Be on the back left side.
Fine.
One needs help. Ah.
I was a little too low.
I wish this Ana would stop playing on this right side. Play on the left with me.
Yeah, I can't really see her.
Diva in the small room.
Where'd Junkrat go? Oh, there.
Diva on point. I need heal.
Coming. Oh shit, I'm trapped, I'm trapped. Where are you? You didn't die, did you? No. Okay.
No, I that's not. Yeah, we go in on that. Hardcore go in on that. So,
Where'd he go?
nice job.
Not bad.
I mean, 13 and 0. I would say you did a pretty good job.
What can I say?
You're welcome.
With you healing my ass.
I'm surprised
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Papa's come around on Onyx.
I don't know if I should
Usually
swap
he doesn't
them.
change his mind about anything.
Nothing burns brighter than my willpower.
That's me when I don't get my coffee.
She sells seashells down by the sea.
Nothing gets past me.
Let's get on with it.
Oh my god. Coming?
Trying to get point. Shoot mine. Be brown pointed still. Should be behind. The DPS are both pushing him.
Okay. I'm not gonna look towards him then.
I just like, you know, so they're not with
Yeah,
you.
no. Hopefully they can fight one Mizuki. Diva's gonna come top right.
Watch her.
Do I turn away? I gotta have to.
There's a Reaper behind too, yeah. One of our DPS guys, but Somber did come back. cracked, he should be able to die.
Sombra went for him, so I'm not gonna bother.
Yep, that was a good stagger. I'm gonna give you my ult here in just a second. Of course, you want when you're one. No. Been really good if you would have D.Va bomb there. Okay.
I didn't know it worked with D.Va Bomb.
That does.
Oh,
Yeah, we've done it before.
well, no. Have we?
Yeah, remember?
Oh my god, I'm
you
dead.
knocked them all down
First
and got like
death.
a triple kill with it.
Oh, fuck. Hey, we're still on.
Hey, because I think it's like you wait until like you wait until like 3 or 4 seconds left, and then you just yeet it, and then it pops, and then your bomb goes off.
Okay. I shall remember that.
Not 100% certain on the timing. Why does this look so weird? Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it's definitely
What?
just me. The lighting is like really weird.
On what?
Your play of the game.
Oh.
It was like extra bright for some reason.
Looks okay for me, I think.
Yeah, it was normal on like the stream because I'm watching the stream.
Yeah.
Thanks for the love.
Let's go.
Sorry, my mic wasn't on. I meant my headset wasn't on.
Oh, good.
No problemo.
Vote for your now.
What bitch?
Like, when you give him a treat, I'm not sure what's going on with it. I need to figure it out.
Alicia is streaming if you didn't know, Fire.
Oh yeah, sorry. I should have mentioned it.
No, you're fine. All good.
Now entering this house.
I've like verified his thing, it's just not doing what I need it to do. Okay, let's see.
Walter.
Okay. Divey.
Divey, yeah. Divey-esque.
Time to save the world? Game on!
Thanks for convincing mom and dad to let me take a break from school. It probably wasn't easy.
It wasn't that bad. I told them you'd do a master's when you got back.
Oh, what?
All systems fired up and ready to engage! 해보자고!
I could do this on my own. Probably faster too.
Always good to hydrate.
Show them what we've got.
That's from left to right? Yeah.
Shoulder on the that one. Yeah. I need help.
Oh, okay.
Feel separation anxiety.
Yep, I'm scared.
That Juno can die. Yeah. I'm just helping fire sec.
Yeah, you're good.
Appreciate it, thank you. Soldier on soldier. I've backed up. I've ignored them over there. Cast is one, so is soldier.
Yeah, I got cast. Soldier.
There's a Matra over here on the right.
Juno dead. I have Diva Bomb.
The Matra should be free now.
He has Lucio with him.
I'm just going in and out.
He's fucking low.
Oh fuck, that was my bad.
I'm ready to
One of you taking a Diva Bomb or Ian Randall, doesn't matter. Which one you want it?
I'm gonna send it down now. Oh shit.
You have to put me like a half second ahead of time. Oh well. I'll take blame on that.
We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I have to give it to you, then you like wait like 1 second, then...
Nice.
Yeah, 4 because if you just look at the kill feed, if you look, press tab.
Yeah.
Okay, both DPS down. Lucio 1.
Oh,
I'm just dead here. Ram was 1.
I've backed up a little bit.
I'm back.
I could touch now.
I tried.
I'm on. I've almost got bomb. I've got bomb.
Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna be good.
Fucking shit.
We forced out more outside of them.
Mm-hmm.
reset and regroup.
Just full backing until Diva's here.
They're pushing the payload. Stop them.
I can't see you.
God damn it! I hate that silver bullet shit.
Focus one on the left.
I got stuff playing.
Ram has gone down on the right side.
More my
Yeah, I'm out of my.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going and engaging all them.
I was going for just McCree. But then they were all
yeah,
there. And I sort of
he's
fucked up.
always next to his teammates.
I knocked enemies on the payload. Let's get them.
Reverse the tide!
There's no way
You
he
know that?
lives! Bro, there's no way he lives after I just pumped his fucking foot.
God damn it. Of course he fucking...
I have ult again.
Ram, wasted ult. God damn it. I lost track of Juno and Cass. Cass is one though.
Ramp one. Lucio one. One side.
If Life Weaver takes me off the point one more time. He's still, I think, on this bottom left. Yeah.
It's two.
Where's Soldier?
Where? My ult if we need it, but we're good for now.
I've almost got Diva Bomb again.
Alright, Van ran ult. I'm gonna come up height with you.
Oh shit. You're on the thing, I need help. I'm
We
gonna
were
die
way
here.
too far away.
I'm gonna die here. I'm dead.
Tried to heal you the best I could there.
Oh, I got stuck on this fucking tree. God damn it.
Did we lose it right in overtime again? Unfortunate. Yeah, just give it to him. Yeah, just give it to him. Oh no. Okay, maybe. Maybe that's a big one. Okay, that was big, that was big, that was big.
Oh no, they still
Oh,
got
I didn't touch the time. No. Oh, good. 2 minutes.
it. My eye itches. I had to stop for a moment.
Ram as well. I'm sorry.
Why?
I got pulled by Life Weaver, sorry.
Of course he fucking told you. What the fuck?
He keeps pulling me. He was pulling me off fucking point too. I have to push back a little. I have Diva Bomb again.
Okay, I got one.
I'm with you.
This fight we can try for a Diva Bomb combo. One, two, three, two.
Sorry guys, I'm
Launch
so
ready.
sad.
Not the best, not the worst. Could have been worse.
I wasn't even gonna do it then. I was gonna wait a little.
I just wanted, I thought we could get more out of it. That's my
Yeah,
fault.
it's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Absolutely fucking so hard.
He's dead. I'm out of neck. Nice. Let's fucking go.
9 times. That's so fucking. That's crazy.
Only 9 times, yeah, that's nuts. I sneezed on that character and I die 9 times.
It felt like I was sweating my dick off.
I had no idea what was happening here. I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
honest with you.
lord.
Y'all popped off, that's what happened. I'll give it to Weaver, he did like 16k healing.
He kept pulling me back though for no reason.
Yeah, his pulls kinda sucked, but his heals were good.
Like when they were on the point, he kept pulling me off the point.
Yeah.
Thank you, CJ. Oh my lord. Banned from the point, yeah. He just kept pulling me and pulling me. He was secretly conspiring with the enemy team. How are we all doing though? What are we all up to? Let me know. I feel like I'm not doing too bad at tank. I hope. I do enjoy tank when, like, my team is good. Like, Chris and Fire are really good players, so I enjoy playing tank. Especially when I got good support. If I got a good support, then I'm good. Because I tend to neglect looking at my health bar when I'm tank.
Choose your map.
I hate all these maps. Yay! My random vote was in our favor.
Just that OP. Meow for mommy. I'm sorry, I have to. Sorry.
Oh my god, we did it!
That's why I kinda laughed for a second. I was hoping Fire would join, but she didn't want to. She hates us. Yeah.
There's a cat. I hear a cat. It's you. Okay,
How's it going?
maybe Domino? Or Ram.
We will have peace at any
Diva could work
cost.
too. Whichever one you prefer.
Hi.
Let's
I will
make
see
this
how it
quick.
goes.
Let's go do something stupid, Fire. That's probably gonna get us killed. And by us, I mean you.
Happens in Yada.
Zenyatta.
Wonderful.
Be slow until they like get halfway on bridge.
Is that a pig? Oh, great. I love a pig.
Here, bitch.
And a torb.
I need help. Thank you. I'll go get her. Nice.
sleep. I have to push back a little. Okay, pig's dead.
Oh no.
Anna's one, man.
I'll be back quick.
That's it. You take that bacon, bitch.
There's an ant right in the back. Nice.
I'm low. I mean... Come on, Torb.
Didn't know Kiri was looking at you. I went to go heal you and Kiri was already healing you. I turned and my 4 tanks already crit.
Oh no!
Do you need help?
Maybe. You need help.
Yeah, I do need help. They're all on me. Okay, I'm dead.
Fortunately, me and Fire lost the 2v1.
I have ult going into this, so...
Good, Bob.
There's no way! She cannot be better than me. I have to be the superior fire person. Pick up her Bob.
Yes. Yeah, it got slept and then I picked it up and tried to help her just get some more value because they were running away.
Thank heals whenever possible.
I need heals. Oh, I'm dead here again.
I get that. Yeah, I don't get it. I didn't get him. Damn. I'll try to stall. No!
Oh. I fucking hate pig with an unholy passion. Someone needs to turn him into bacon already.
I mean, I've killed him once.
Oh my god, the fact that I'm alive is fucking insane!
Thank you for the
That's all
bonk,
Kiri,
CJ.
Oh, I clicked the wrong fucking thing.
On a 1. Oh my god, she can die. So can pig. Nice. I have ult again. Oh my god, I can't see this fucking fish.
Oh, I can see Bob. No.
Bye, pig. No, I'm dead.
Sorry, I killed myself taking the hog off the map.
Their confidence will
It's fine, you're off doing cat things. Can I at least get an Uber? Oh my lord. Thank you.
Why would I? No, Ubering you isn't gonna help any, because our whole team's dead. I would be putting you into a 1v5.
But fire's there.
Oh, fire shouldn't be in there unless you're trying to just get a little pokey poke.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I got back, everyone had already died, so I was like, okay, I'll just...
I'm dead again. Might as well back on that.
I just can't do anything, honestly. I might have to switch, but I don't know who to switch to.
Zarya's good against Hog.
I have never once played Zarya, so you're gonna have to...
Oh my god,
I
there's
can't
one!
If you're taking a lot of damage, you bubble.
There's no way. I'm about to switch off Ayn Rand soon anyway.
This bitch is doing my fucking nutting.
Gotta give her a little bit of kitty medicine.
Hey, we'll do it, please. Fuck.
Do what?
Siri was like, come here, I can heal you, and I'm right in front of her, like, so do it.
I thought you were talking about me because I said I got to give her a little of my kitty medicine. I was like, what are you eating? I was talking about the Anran. Killing the Anran.
I need healing.
Oh, I wasted fucking...
See, now I have ult, so there's no point me switching.
Damn.
My ultimate is ready. I will tear victory from your grasp. Take everything from them.
Close.
That was scary. I accidentally hit my DPI switch. Anytime you got this.
Cake's coming off.
Oh, fuck, dude. He just deleted you.
I literally got deleted there.
I don't want. Oh, that was one, bro.
God, no.
I'm coming. Yeah, okay, bro. Definitely don't hit me there. That's okay. Cameron's gonna touch. GG's.
Holy hell. I hate Hog.
Yo, for real. Hawk B for squares.
But I love Torb. That is all. Mm-hmm.
Come with me Friday, don't say maybe.
I had a mouthful of coffee,
Laundry.
so I couldn't say anything.
You're fired. Down here.
What did I have to eat today? I had porridge this morning, and then I had these, what are they called? They're like chicken select things, but they're not from McDonald's. I got them in a big bag from Costco. I had them with like some veg and chips. And obviously my coffees. Of course, I can't live without coffee.
Hold on.
How about you, CJ? What the hell did you eat? What did everyone eat today? All I want personally right now is pizza. I get more than one.
Sure.
Should we see if I did this music thing right? Let's see if I did it right. I'm not sure if I did. Okay, that's a Swedish song. We don't want to listen to a Swedish song, huh?
Select a map.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, I hate all these maps.
Says who? Sure.
I had some skewers with Mexican rice. I love the spicy Mexican rice. What so far? What did I do? Huh? Oh god. Let's see what our team picks.
Okay, Samoa. Oh.
Who are we going?
Hmm.
I feel like more dive is gonna be good for this. Hear me out. We're gonna try.
If you're in it with me, you're in
Okay.
it for life.
Coming back to Overwatch after all these years.
Now, how the
Never
hell do I
played
play
that
him?
tank a day in her life.
Like you reliving the glory
Okay.
days.
Glory days?
Very, very simple.
You sound just like Reinhardt.
You hit
I'll
shift,
be taking that as a
you
good
do your
sign,
violent leap.
Captain.
It's
You hit shift
certainly
again,
like
you
it
slash.
did.
So it's double shift.
Yeah, so you shift
Okay.
and then shift again is the slash. Your right click is your spiked guard. That's the one
Okay.
where you see like hazards be like, "Ooh," and then they'll like poke you with a bunch of things.
Okay.
And then your left click is your primary. E is your wall. Don't try to fight the Reinhardt straight up. You want to look for, try to go for his swishes. Right in for it. Push
Oh,
his
fuck.
mercy. Yep, ignore him.
Oh fuck. Okay, that was not good.
Balls. Unfortunately, you had 4 there, and Tracer didn't know where to be found.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
I'll give scars
Chicken
and
wings. Chicken wings
That was
are so good.
scary.
What flavor? Just plain, or if they got some seasoning on it? Mochas are my favorite. Not gonna lie.
Leave it alone. If you use... Yeah, that. Little off. If you would have put it in the middle, you would have been able to trap him, so we could have killed him.
What if we go
Okay.
from like the side? Is that a bit better?
Maybe.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, I need to fix a couple of my settings.
Okay, now I'm not a hazard player right now. I can't practice in here. Wait, no,
Hey,
not
I did
Dynamo.
not hit any shots today on
The
Ana.
perfect
That's
world is shaped
Domina's
by
countered by
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just said not Domino.
have peace at any cost.
I didn't hear that.
Spicy wings, nice. I hate spice.
Unfortunately, one of our DPS are kind of playing mystery heroes.
He put himself in a... Oh, fuck, okay. Never mind. Oh my god, he's won. Thank god.
What pussy? What pussy? What pussy? Come here, pussy. Fuck this. Yeah, fuck you, pussy. I ain't scared of none of you. Reinhardt top is right with Anna. Right now, Bert.
Yeah, they have a mercy pocket now too.
They have the mercy pocket.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, nah.
Oh, awkward. I'll do what I can with this.
Fuck you. Behind you. I'm coming.
Can't see you, can't see you, can't see you.
I'm hiding. I'm fine. Ooh. Just touched the tactical visor. A fucking protocol.
Oh, they've gone Malga now, okay.
You have no team matchup against them if you play it right.
I'll try to bio him as much as possible.
Yeah, we punish him, we punish him, we punish him. Careful, your bio, your bio, your bio.
I'm trying.
Yep, you're good.
Who the fuck is behind me? Of course they got this annoying bitch.
Yeah, she's chasing me down. Hang anyway. I saw you try to hit me and missing, so I was like, let me stand still for a sec.
Sorry,
I
I
have
don't
all-
know why, but like my Ana seems so fucked up, I can't aim, like, I don't know.
You haven't played her in a while. Again? We can't hit a bio.
Oh damn, overshot it, my bad.
Right side
Vendetta
of
on
the...
me. I mean, yeah, Vendetta. Oh, man.
Next fight, I'm gonna give you my ults, DC. Full drone, right? Once I see that Maga. Nice.
You're powered up.
Nice.
The tide is with you. Dive in.
I like Graham. I just
Scary.
don't play him enough. I don't play tank enough, to be honest. Because I feel like tank gets most abuse along with support.
Just one more mission.
Watch for their weaknesses.
Oh my god.
Strike.
Look at Chris. Being greeted by the dragon.
5, 4, 3, 2.
You spit facts. Sometimes you do, Chris. Sometimes.
I always spit facts. I don't know what you're talking about. Like how I'm tall. I have a very, 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 very large penis.
Oh my lord. You're spitting facts now, huh?
Yep, all the facts. And mine.
Vendetta asleep.
Okay. Oh my lord. They have Bastion now. This is not good.
You're still alive, that's crazy.
He is being
everything
hard
right, but
pocketed. I just.
You can't kill him with his on in the way. Oh, don't weaken me.
But alas, he was awoken yet.
Yeah. Bastion can die, he's alone. Ana can die. Nice.
Hmm.
We lost the We lost Mercy though. Bitch.
Oh, sorry. I punched. Woke him.
They did.
That's fine. He was dead
Sleeper's
anyway.
just-
We're good.
Yeah.
Me and
yeah, the sleep-
you just fucking carried that round.
Yeah, I don't- we just kind of did everything. At least he unfortunately died and came back and was like, where'd they all go?
Left.
Hey, up here, Bastion and Mercy.
Up on your side? Yeah, up on your side. Fashion height.
Nah.
God damn it, not again.
He dead.
Okay, Bastion was right behind me.
They nano Bastion. Oh, my tidal blast. My crashing wave got fucking slugged.
Hey, I'm turning
I
on
don't
her
know.
nano confirmation shit. See if that works better so I don't need to do that.
What do you mean I carried that fight?
What?
I have all.
wasn't saying anything. I was just
No,
saying, like,
you
you know.
You just didn't want to nano me. It's okay. You hate me. I understand. I carried that fight. It's cool. On a low one. But Bastion's within there.
Path on the left. I meant right.
Oh my god, Ram's on the right. Left.
Get your fucking fist on my face, bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess they're just extremely new to the game.
Crack pipe.
Yeah, crack pipe.
I can pop all.
There's no way. Why are you just aiming at me? He literally, like, touched my toes.
Alright.
Oh my god. I'm just being fucking chased. If we
Welcome in, Valk.
Quick
How
enough.
are you? What a introduction. Yeah, I'm gonna go now.
I did
Nope.
not see you. You walked in.
I just ran straight in. I know, that was my bad. I am doing okay. This game is
Pass
not
in
my
the back
game.
Again.
Bastion's on the left.
I was trying Hazard.
Why do we keep going, Narnia?
Where is this?
Pass in the back again. He's right here. He's dead. He's sleeping.
I'm nowhere near you, buddy. I'm trying to get to you. Come to the point if you can.
No, I can't.
Get that. Doesn't matter.
Somehow we won that with fucking crack pipe.
Holy fucking
What do you
shit.
mean? Crackpipe carried that fight. Carried that game.
Yeah, that was
Totally.
not my game in the
But it
beginning.
was so
I tried
unfortunate because
Hazard
I
out.
slept Cass, but I slept him to a way
And
where
it
his
just
head
didn't
was
go out.
fucking in the ground, so I couldn't headshot him.
Oh,
Oh my god,
I
CJ,
would've
you're
been
meant
so
to be
easy.
asleep?
But no.
What song do I have going? No.
Why is the
Oh, it's
Bastion
bring
talking
me.
shit?
Some people might not like that.
no, you throw it away, nerd. You literally play the easiest character in the game. And you only played it because you lost the first round. I need this keyboard. I need it. Like, this
No,
isn't a
you'll be asleep
want.
by midnight, maybe.
This is a
Feel
need.
that.
I'm gonna put it in the group Discord.
I'll have a look at it after. He came back very tired and went straight to bed. I mean,
What am I looking
I
at?
would do the same, honestly.
Group Discord.
I would live in my bed if I could.
That
Sadly,
would
I cannot.
drive me fucking insane.
I don't know what you're talking about. That is an amazing keyboard, and I need it.
I cannot see it because I don't have
doesn't?
Facebook.
It's a keyboard that's just literally all the buttons are screaming goats.
Oh my lord.
Who
would be
doesn't want a
annoying.
screaming goat keyboard?
Me. I do not want a screaming goat keyboard.
Well, you're not a cool person then. CJ, come on. I need you to back me up here. Screaming goat keyboard.
You used to be able to stay up till the AM hours, but by 10 it was like meh. There's nothing wrong with getting old.
Back me up
We're
here.
getting old. But yeah,
What do you
CJ,
want them to back
Chris
you
is
that
asking
it's
you.
fucking annoying? Yeah.
No, that it needs. That we all need it.
He's trying to get the chat to agree with him.
Agree with me, chat. I'm cooler than the streamer.
I think he just said, "What the damn helly?"
What you playing, Lise?
Oh shit. I might try. Can I try Sigma? Would he be good with this?
It'd be fine.
Why seek answers when we do not know the question?
They're arguing now over bedtimes.
8 o'clock is a normal bedtime, and I will hear nothing different.
Curious feeling.
I am here to support.
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so 8 o'clock is normal.
Okay.
Just stay with Laura. I got this.
I'm trying to, but she ran away from me there.
He can die. He can die. He can die. No, he can't. He just got carried.
With us there, Emery, we should be able to lock in a little bit here.
I have ult.
Genji behind.
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
The barricade proceeds.
No, I never. What's good with him? Kinetic, cycle,
I like
hyper.
to use hyper regeneration. It regens your shield a little faster. Helps you have more uptime with your shield.
We have reached a new pinnacle of progress.
Up the left, possibly. Nice fire.
drop your shield, Lacey?
Yeah, I always forget. Thank you.
No, you're fine. I used to forget a lot.
I think some are coming around the back.
I'll watch. Okay. Already healed.
Oh, I'm all over it.
No!
Oh my god, bitch.
Oh, I did everything to keep you alive.
Fine.
It's fine. We pretty much lost that fight no matter what we did, but
Holy
that's why I didn't
fucking
pop that
shit,
for you
man.
there.
Sigma them toes. That was the longest Sigma fight I've ever seen. Oh my god, I'm trying my best. Fucking shit, man.
Our Bastion feels I'm giving it to you so you can get your ult charge.
I have ult.
Our tactics alone, so or fuck, I couldn't find a way anywhere to hide. There, she killed me.
No!
Save your ult.
I'm trying to push back slightly.
All the way up there.
Yeah, just keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Like right on the corner of this box. Same spot, top bar of this spot.
So I'm guessing Domina's good against Sigma. I'm fucking struggling. Oh no, I cancelled my fucking ult. Fucking ult, bitch. There's one to our left somewhere. And do you take Hyper Strike or Levitation?
Didn't want to use this spell to get over to Bastion quickly so you didn't die.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
I'm coming. Just play safe for a second. Bastion around for a second.
Oh god, no. Fucking Sierra, man.
Ah! I don't know why I even wasted my time trying to get Bastion.
Motherfucker.
I wish our Bastion will switch. It kind of just nothing dying.
Thank you, CJ. Goodbye.
The answer remains nebulous.
30 seconds remaining. Enemy
Hello, Taco. Welcome in. Oh my lord.
What's his name is one. Yes.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh my god,
Res that in a
you
second.
got
I can res that in a second.
deleted.
I did get deleted.
Why are you looking over here? The bot is nowhere near you.
What a welcome, you joined chat, and the first
Oh
thing I
my
hear is
god, why would you
motherfucker.
even...
I
They
was talking
actually
to our
waited for
Emery,
me.
the enemy Emery. Oh fuck.
Wow.
But welcome in. How are you? Is like Domina good against Sigma? Because I feel like I was fighting so like for my life.
I'm not sure, honestly. I think it's kind of a neutral fight because they're both very good.
Hmm.
That was literally last fight too. They were literally waiting for me. They somehow knew where I was. Unfortunate.
You're okay. You're trying to fall asleep. Well, hopefully you can fall asleep. Me swearing at people. That's great, right? But I'm good. Just here trying to improve tank. And I think it's going okay. I'm still not the greatest, but I'm trying. I must have been so bad then. I was just really struggling against her then. I need to practice my Sigma. I've played him once or twice before. I've never really played him.
There's no fucking way.
Oh
I hate
fuck.
this map.
Now traveling to Busan.
Try with Diva.
Time to save the world? Game on!
I still have much to learn.
One
I
jump
see.
drop.
I didn't make you proud on Mercy, so I understand.
I just wanted to play her damn.
No, you're fine. I'm just fucking with you.
It's nice being on home turf.
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm
didn't think I needed to show you
practicing
how it's done or anything.
tank on quick play.
No, it's fine. You're just gonna show me how
I'm
it's done.
trying to
It's
get
okay.
better at
Have you
it.
played Mercy since she got the new...
Also, for anyone watching, ads are about to
Few
start,
times.
so please feel free to grab a drink and stretch.
The new perk's kind
Maybe?
of fun, though.
Honestly? I don't know.
It helps me out
That
a
new
lot.
perk where she gets 30% more range.
Yeah, Diva and Domina are my favorites, but I do
Yeah.
want to try learning some more.
It's not really good for people to damage me. Okay, the Genjis are just friendly with each other, I guess.
No, I'm out of mech.
Alive.
I might change to Ram here. Yes.
And up.
We are telepathic Taco, yes.
Genji won. Literal.
I am more of a support player,
God, he's literal!
but most groups I
Can't see him.
join, they have
Oh, there he is.
loads of DPS and
He's
support
still
players
one.
and not people who
not
want to
one
play
anymore.
tank.
He's still, yeah, he is. I'm just going.
Oh. I
He was
saw
like
him go-
probably
I
like
saw him-
70,
I saw him
but-
get
So it's
healed.
one of the
No, I saw him
reasons
get healed.
I'm
Yeah, he
trying
might have been like
to
70,
learn.
but I don't know. I hit him with an orb and he died. like 3 people on it. We can come up here and take some space.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to enjoy it more.
They come out of here. They already are.
I'm not sure if it's gonna work.
Shadow knows. Very unfortunate.
Dead.
That's
Oh
their
my
shatter
god.
and their...
That's what comes there for that.
A battle lost for a war won.
It's sex Valk, but I don't mind. I do enjoy tank when I've got a good team.
Okay, none of our team's alive, so we should probably. Well, there's two. Never mind.
I have ult.
That's here.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all fucking chasing me. We capped him. Yeah, we capped him.
Thank you, God.
Same thing, we gotta go take that height. Last time was just unfortunate. I have Shadow Blast this time. Something low is fine. We kill anything that's up here. Through yours.
Oh my god.
You know, on point. In range grab. You good?
First round.
Oh my lord.
Hello.
Who came in?
1-0.
Hi, Josh. Welcome on in. Thank you for
I
lurking.
wouldn't say anyone on our team is fat. I just don't, I
You
don't
are
understand.
welcome.
Maybe one day
It's
I'll be a mecha
automatic
pilot.
shoutouts
Just need to
now,
climb
thank
a
God.
few dozen
So,
ranks first.
yes. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for being here.
Helping those in need is its own reward.
Who the hell are they calling fat?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round
Oh my lord.
capture the objective.
I will speak to you in the language you understand. Violence.
I guarantee they're the fucking fat ones in this situation.
What? Pretty sure it's still help. I don't know what just happened there. Lost John's behind. And ran behind. And ran behind all over me. I'm gonna die.
Oh, I was really on you.
Sorry, I was too late.
Unfortunately, too late there.
I was completely my bad.
Oh no, there's nothing you could have done.
Hey everyone, they're on the point.
How do you see your error? We know no bounds.
Can Genji deflect the punch form or no?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
What the fuck are our DPS doing?
I don't know, but I'm getting chased by Andran half the time. So. And I'm getting chased by Andran again. And now Reinhardt.
I'm trying.
No matter where I go, I'm getting chased.
Why are we going in?
Genji though. I'm gonna fucking bitch. Of course. I have all.
Grind one. And I'm dead. Genji low. On point. Very middle. Can we get on the point? Kill this Genji?
Okay. I was just
Once he's
taking
dead,
up
we can push up all
supports.
day long. But just couldn't hit him from the drum because, you know, I'm ass.
I feel like as soon as I pop my ult, this Ryan's gonna shatter.
That's what he's waiting on. Someone on point. Two on point.
Yeah, I heard you last second. That's why I stopped to kill you. You're alone. You only have Genji with you. Fires up with you now. I'm gonna stay back a little more for the point. Then I'll flip it for free again.
Someone's on the left side, I do believe. I think it's Ryan.
Coming to you.
Genji on point.
Come back now.
It's just Genji alone. You don't have to.
Yeah, stay up there. Fuck! Of course I was out of range. Worth it. Turn around, turn around. Get right on the ramp.
Oh my god.
I know you went to resin. I know you already got backed up.
Well, you need to look at fucking kill me.
A battle lost for a war. I will speak to you in the language you understand. France.
Genji's trying to hold it. I don't think I can get to him in time.
What? I don't know how I managed what I just did.
Juno's one.
We lost Genji.
Of course, of course, of course.
Follow the I got hand ran on me. Heal one fall.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. She just chases me every time.
Oh my god.
Some porch.
That was very unfortunate.
Need to avoid the fucking shit out of that Ayn Rand. She's just chasing me down.
I promise to take this one serious.
What matters is that we fight to the very last second.
You never send something like that to me again.
5, 4, 3,
The fucking Sam and Dean thing, never send something like that to me again.
capture the
Why would I never send something like that to you again?
This time,
Because
we'll have them.
Dean did not die in Supernatural. I refuse to believe that that episode exists.
I refuse to Nope, nope, sorry. I was
Yet. I will speak to you in the language you understand.
Trying to do a loop.
I cannot hit this Pharah to save my life.
No, our soldier needs to be the one to shoot her, but he's kind of ignoring her. She's right here. One. Point.
I'm on point. I'm gonna push up slightly. Oh, she's there. I'm going for squishy. I'm hoping. Okay, I'm dead here. No, I'm not.
I got you. Now, he's fire stealing it. Fire bitches all over me. She's out here for now. Fire all over me, I'm dead. I killed the Amram though. Unwinnable or no?
Do not think so.
I died. But I have ult for next
He
time.
died, so it's probably not winnable.
Well, we're still fucking trying, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why Junk went back in. The fight was lost. Got barrage.
She's one fucking...
She's one!
She's one.
Can't hit her! I can't hit her! I'm fucking Wu Yang! Where's my goddamn soldier?
On the fucking left for some reason. I don't know.
Take the fucking high ground, you idiot.
Oh my lord.
No, the fact that we're just letting this fucking fire run rampant.
I can't do anything about the Pharah. I'm sorry.
No, he's soldier, bro. Like, that's literally just one job. Get a dodge.
Damn it.
I was
I'm
on.
trying, but everything was in my fucking way.
I really don't understand. I was on. Oh my lord.
Forgot your parachute?
Oh my god. People.
You know, it's nice to be appreciated.
Oh, good. I blame Josh. It's all his fault.
Poor Josh.
He's just catching a stray because he's just there.
Yeah. Did you see I put the Snorlax emote back in for you?
Did? Bet. We're going right now. What do you mean?
It's Snorlax in a
Fuck,
blankie.
not sub. I gotta resub is when I get my next paycheck.
Oh my lord.
I gotta pay for my car right now. I don't have much money other than that.
Vibe. Anything but Route 66. Also, I don't like any of these maps.
I like New Bonnie.
Hello, CJ. Did you eat? Are you meant to be watching Grace with Kay? It's a Snorlax, my favorite Pokemon. Okay, defense.
Boy. Soldier.
He's your favorite Pokemon too? Snorlax is the best. He's a complete vibe.
My cat's name is Snorlax. Smile.
Perfect world is shaped by my hand. Follow my lead, dears. The punishment for defiance is
I
quite
always say that
severe.
Snorlax is my spirit animal. And funnily enough, I was watching an episode of Pokemon the other day and I did not know Snorlax could run that fast for food.
Oh yeah, he got some.
He was complete vibe.
I'll accept nothing less than your best performance out there.
Yeah, Valk. And he just demolished like entire forests, and the way he ran and swam, I was like, damn. Big boy of vibe. Okay. Fuck my life.
The window maker.
Ursula. They're in this room, right? Of course they go domino. Hopefully our DPS can deal with that.
Nope, he died.
Beautiful.
Widow's up top.
I can peel. I got to come back. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh shit, I lost game connection. What the heck? That is unfortunate. Yes, Tor. We are vibing out on Overwatch for a little bit longer. I have no clue. I don't think so, because it says he's still in game. It's very weird. Although it's been crashing for me a lot recently. Like, sometimes the game will just crash for no reason. Love that. It's a complete vibe. Just for me. Yeah, pro Overwatch. Damn right. Funnily enough, I loaded up Apex earlier. And it was a vibe, I'll tell you that. What a day to live, right, Tor? How are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I am glad. No problem, Valk. My dogs might start barking. I had to open the window because it gets really hot in the office. And is the music too loud or is it okay? I hope it's okay. I've got it on in the background. You love my dogs. I love my dogs too. They're a complete vibe. Are you part of the Discord tour? That's where I post them. Because I did have an old one, but I deleted it. Because I wanted to just start fresh. But yeah, if anyone wants to join the Discord, you're more than welcome. We would love having you over there. We're just all vibing. You're afraid? Why? I'm super nice. CJ will vouch for me, and Chris. I'm so nice. Oh my lord. I am. I'm the nicest ever. But we are over here vibing. I'm trying out like having. Oh my lord, Pika. Don't worry, she only kidnapped pigeons. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We're still talking about me. Everyone's bullying me. Oh my lord. Welcome in, Pika. How are you? I'm just waiting for. Well, my connection went, so I have to wait for my other team. I am delightful. I don't know what everyone's talking about. But with the music in the background. Hey, you that I know. You are a believable person. Thank you, Tor. I'm so glad. Which means you have to join the Discord, right? Honestly, Drain spent the whole day grinding onto the base, get something trash. Oh my lord, that must be the worst ever. No worries, Tor. Is it one of those like gacha games? Oh my lord, you're back? Hello, Valk. Yeah, my connection went, so I'm still waiting for them to finish. So we're just vibing. I keep forgetting what I was going to say. Yeah, music in the background for Overwatch. I'm trying it. CJ was meant to show me how to make it not save to my VOD, but, you know, he didn't. He's a butt. Everyone calls CJ a butt for me when you see him. You're more like the Pokemon kind of. Oh, I feel that. Hydrate? Oh my lord. And posture check. Thank you for not allowing me to become a gremlin. You have an iced coffee and it sounds delicious. Thank you for redeeming your coffee. And you're happy, Flab. You sure he sees it? CJ is a butt. I'm just gonna spam that in the chat. CJ is a butt. You needed that coffee? Well, don't drink it all at once. You only get one. He'll read that and he'll be like, what the heck did I do? Oh my lord. How long is this game? They're obviously struggling without me. That's what I'm gonna take from this. They are full on struggling. You can't join? That's crazy. Invite. There you go. I think I sent you the invite. We will welcome you with open arms. Right. That is Tor now trapped in the Discord forever. Okay, the game's ending. Good. I mean, I didn't mean trapped. I just meant, you know. Let you be free, we'll see. Oh, I could have? Wait, how? No, I can't. I don't know what you're on about. I can't join group. You butthole. Oh, I ascended. My Juno ascended. She's so cute. You what, mate? You what? Watch my language. That was PG language, considering. Why won't it let... Play it already in a group. Oh, do I have to... In it, mate. Yeah. Let's go into the BRB screen. I'll reset the game. And hopefully this will work. Thank you. Isn't he so cute? I think Arthur, who is our mascot, is adorable. Right, let's get back in. See if that works. It's not a dungeon, it's a lair. It's very cozy. I don't know why you'd want to even leave. It's a wonderful place. You get cookies. Hello? Well, that was fucking weird. Thank you, Tor. We'll have to play Apex again. I'm sure then, when my rage comes out, you'll just love it. Oh, I played today and it was a vibe. Although I'm not sure how I feel about the new legend. She's a bit weird. And she looks like Catalyst to me. You know that movie? Damn. The last lair, yeah. I will defeat them all. I promise.
Time to save the world?
Yeah, touch my coffee and I'll be scary. You got it right, Pika.
And I'll keep you safe.
Unless you're dominant, then you can spit in your coffee.
Pretty much, yeah.
I got lucky with my call sign. Can you imagine if they called me Zippy?
I am not always scary, just sometimes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
To be
Sometimes.
fair, I'd let Dominus hold my coffee.
I think we all would. Alright, okay. Nah, I'm out. I can't do that.
Sure.
Yeah, we saw the fire bitch on the left. I don't know why you went to the right. I don't know why you did.
Who?
Lacey, not
There
you.
you're
Yeah.
coming. Let's say,
Me and
no,
Lacey were
he
both
charged
looking
into
at the
me.
fire bitch. And then, no. I think you had gone right when we went left. And then you obviously... The fire bitch is down.
Mercy's one.
Ryan dead.
Okay, I'm dead. I don't know how.
Mercy dead.
You only have Kiri heals first.
I know.
Stand by.
I have to run.
Never grabbed the point. That's very unfortunate.
You met me at the 1 hour.
I'm dead.
There's what?
Ran all over me. I'm dead.
She's pissing me off. I hate this bitch.
Yeah, Lucy, don't be afraid to like ignore the Reinhardt a little bit.
I was going for the healers then.
Sometimes he's just gonna be in your face, and you just gotta try to just kind of navigate away from him. Mercy's one.
Mercy's one. I need help.
Look at something.
Oh shit, where am I?
Kiri needs help.
Where is she? I have Diva Bomb. I'm trying. Oh, he solo smashed. Okay.
Jumped down the stairs, but okay.
Which game can't you understand? This one?
There's no way I fucking... Whatever.
Nerf this.
Score 0 to 1.
We got this time.
I wasn't expecting to be thrown into
Let's
the
just
thick of
not
it so
focus the
soon
Reinhardt
after
so
joining
much.
Overwatch.
Just try to get their
Yeah,
squishies.
I was hoping
We'd have a
Mm.
little more downtime. Well, we'll get through it.
Taking breaks is overrated anyway.
We will have peace
You,
at
maybe.
any cost.
Khaleesi and coffee is the most chill combo. This game, it's like...
Capture the objective.
How many? It's just like 5v5s, I guess. It's kind of fun when you get into it. That may just fuck me, man.
No! got 2 of them. You're up 2.
Yeah, sure, big guy.
So you're low.
No.
They're all still alive somehow.
Yeah, literally, I'm putting everything into him. Where's our DPS? Fire was dead, obviously.
Oh, I'm dead. I got Anran Ryan chasing me. This Anran's always chasing me down, and nobody even looks at us. Like Yuri refuses to see them.
Ryan is so fucking low. What the heck is chained together? Ryan's dead. What is chained together? You're gonna have to tell me.
You're muted in game, by the way, Lucy.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to disturb you with talking to chat. Sorry.
Oh, I heard Ryan's dead. I didn't know if you were talking to us or them. But I heard that from your stream.
I do have ult. Good night, Cole.
You're supposed to ult there.
You too, Thor. I hope your evening is nice. Oh lord.
I tried to heal you as much as I could. Hercules in fucking Narnia. I can't see you, Clyde. Round 1, 120. Good. Big kill.
Nice.
Fire's mad now, she's locked in.
What?
Oh, I don't, you were being really quiet, so I was like,
no,
you're
I'm not
bad.
upset or
Fuck off.
anything,
Okay.
What is this?
Yeah, bitch. There's no way she killed me there.
Right on me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
paid.
know how very curious half the time.
She is trying to be
What?
DPS.
We're up to... Yeah, no one. We're up one. Now we're down. We're even.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's GG's, unfortunately. Yeah, that's GG's.
I need to stop dying so much as Ayn Rand. I have a problem.
Yeah, our May just decided to fucking feed.
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold on, give me 1 second. I need to go do something real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
I gave it my all.
Epic.
May is is not a very skillful hero. If you think May takes more skill than Anran, you're crazy.
I'm gonna pause the queue because Daisy's on. Are you not inviting her?
She's in Stadia.
Oh, ew.
Fire no pick roll.
Yeah, she said she had to do something quickly, I think.
I was probably ignoring her then.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
True fact.
Mm-hmm. I think Tor has gone, though. But yeah, coffee puts me straight to sleep. I'm not sure why, it just does. No, you don't have to apologize. I'm slow every day, it's fine. Especially in Overwatch. I annoy Chris all the time because my brain is so slow.
She annoys me because she likes to ignore me.
Mm.
Because she hates me.
Oh,
And
shut
she
up.
won't admit it.
You feel that? Yeah. Sometimes you just have to ignore people for the fun, you know? I think I've done good today, though.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Ignoring people's the vibe, Valk. I am getting tired. Probably play one or two more. Being a tank is no joke. I will also have to try and fix this stream pad.
Select a map.
I fucking hate this map.
Poo poo.
Welcome to jungle.
Oh, both of their names are TC Parker.
Interesting.
Why us when we I do not wish to be feared, but to be left alone.
I just want to feel like when you see him throw balls at faces.
Q is approximately
Oh my god, my favorite thing to do.
the formula
Thank you.
escapes me.
Well, you get to do that as Sigma. He
Mm-hmm.
has hyper ball.
We're both gonna throw our balls at people.
Exactly.
Five,
Least
Mine are
he's
just a
weird
bit
and doesn't get
spikier than
throw
yours.
2, 1.
balls.
Actuating the barrier.
I think he was glitched. Or, you know. He's still up there. You okay?
I'm scared. Holy shit.
I'll look out for you, my friend.
Nice.
As all things
There's still a Kiri up there.
stay.
No, no fear, no fear, no fear. Fuck this pussy.
Method in this madness. Abundance.
I kicked her in the dick, and she died.
Love that.
Sorry, I kicked her in the burrito. Taco? She is Mexican. I guess I kicked her in the taco. Oh my god, he was dead before he hit the ground.
That was great.
You know what's happening.
She's low up there.
Trumpet's going around on there. He's gonna bully me. She's on me. Getting bullied.
I'm trying very hard to make sure you don't die, but there's, you know,
Yeah, she made sure I died. She hates me. 'Cause I kicked her in the taco.
Yeah. Kind of offensive.
My bad, I won't kick her in the taco next time. Nah, bitch, nah, bitch! Kicked her in the taco again.
Oh,
The squirt there.
that was too early on that.
If anybody in your chat takes any sort of offense to that, please let me know and I will stop saying it.
Why would they take offense to that?
You never know, dude.
True. That's facts.
This dude stopped and then started. So coming, fire. I'm coming. One. No fear. No fear. Did you actually think you were gonna out-zen Juno us?
Oh, there's a Zen up there. I think he wants the Zen off.
Oh, come here, man.
Oh, that's a Junker Queen. She's scary. Ow.
Cass is one.
No!
You did not let him beat you in a Zen off.
You cheated.
We avenged you. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they have Kitty now. Okay.
God, kitty.
Here, behind.
Yeah, no, we... Holy shit.
I just saw her! I just literally...
No, I didn't say you! Did I say fire? Did he tell me? No, I said nobody told me.
Well, I guess no one else knew she was there.
I
You're
did not.
fired. Your wall hack's on.
Fucking cat. I feel like we're bullying them.
Yeah, just take it. You fucking slut. He was looking at me through his whole team. I wasn't
There's
looking
no
at
way.
Lol.
Play of the game.
the fuck I do. Please, please let me be kicking her in the taco. Aww.
Oh, shit.
Whiff. Hit one whole orb.
It seems we have a consensus.
I like Sigma.
Hey, puppies, come on. Let's go ahead and get put up. Come on. Come on, babies. Hush, no one's even here yet. Lindsay, Maggie, come on. Come on. Maggie, baby, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What? I guess. What? What is that? The hell? Must not washed it out. Or it filmed from just now when it was whenever.
This will probably be my last game.
We could have played Shambali.
I know I voted for Shambali.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. My fault.
How could you?
Yeah, I'm a traitor to my own kind.
Mm-hmm. True traitor.
We have Watson on our team though, so that automatically makes up for it.
Okay, yeah, true. Max.
And they're playing Mercy, so that's double points. So if anything, I'm in the good graces now.
Why seek answers when we do not know the question? The delta M of a given ray Q is approximately... The formula escapes me.
Mental bearing, not skill, is a sign of a matured warrior.
Here, put this in the room.
Snips, snails. Ah, you know the rest.
5, 4,
Oh, is it Mauga?
1.
No, he's the second.
Oh, this is Zen.
Capture objective A.
That was unfortunate.
Actuating the barrier.
God damn it. You're so low.
White Weaver does. Subject Sigma 1. I thought it was one who's not.
NG 1.
Can't read Discord. Pinches all over me.
Still 1.
I'm trying, sorry.
That one is good. White Weaver's low. Sig 1, Sig 1, Sig 1. After hands.
No, he got hold.
I might die here. Yeah, I got focused by 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here.
How are we letting them reset every time?
Sorry, I'm
Me
not
is
bad
trying.
at Widow today.
Okay, it's just annoying when we kill 3 and then we get on the point and then they don't even get a tick because we killed
Oh
one
yeah, that
person.
happened to my friend as well. I'm not sure what's going on today.
He's here.
And ran 1.
Our landlord's here.
Worked one.
Might have to go for a little bit. Send 1.
Our Genji's low. Your Genji's 1, Genji 1, Genji 1. Dead, dead.
I have
White
ult.
Weaver's low. Up top. White Cleaver up top. White Cleaver up top.
I know, I'm looking at him. Huh? I'll try not to. Okay, I gotta be quiet. Here, so...
Does he not know you're here?
Yeah, but I just don't want to, you know, start cussing and shit.
He literally has 200 healing. He's not healing at all. And ran up top. On me. On me.
Coming.
On me.
I'm coming.
I'm just gonna die for free.
I'm with you.
But in
There.
the back line, where I always am.
Yeah, that
Should
happened
I
to my
take
friend
lead?
as well.
Mercy, please fucking... This Mercy's not gonna pocket me, is she?
Probably not. And Rand's dead.
Activating the barrier.
Nobody's moving the card. I got it. You're good. You're good.
What's he doing?
I'm breaking his shield. I have
God damn it,
transit.
Moira's one, Moira's dead.
And then this way. And ran inside jail.
There's also a Sigma on the left.
Low. This Genji's just chasing the Armora now. And ran one. Literal.
Yeah, she killed me though.
You should please see. Just one. He's so low up in Please see your shield again. Drop it.
Thank you.
Okay. You gotta remember that it's not gonna recharge if you don't drop it. I got you, bro.
He really is.
Okay, calm down, dude.
Genji's one.
Oh my god, and range one.
I don't know, I guess it's not my day of
There's no way.
gaming today. It
What?
didn't start
Excuse me?
probably, yeah. Oh my lord.
The fact that you think that her job is to just heal the team and not fire the DPS to enable them to do the job is kind of wild.
She is one up there. Thank you. That was unfortunate.
Back from the brink once more.
Turret detected.
The barrier appears.
Heroes never die.
Enemy turret ahead. Watch it.
I moved it to Genji. This is a little getting easier. You can stop letting the Alari pile on heal for free.
Nice. Yes, everyone, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much for joining me. And we'll be back on Wednesday for a variety stream, which you can vote for over on Discord. So if you want to vote for what we play on Wednesday, then come on over.